So, an update about the Board of Pardons. It has been an exciting year. At the end of 2022, as you know, it was an election year. Governor Wolf will be replaced by Governor Josh Shapiro, and Governor Wolf's last day is January 17th. So Josh Shapiro is being inaugurated in the middle of January, and he will sit as the governor. Now, this is actually good news because Josh Shapiro is leaving the Attorney General's position, and as the Attorney General, he is one of the 5 seats on the Governor's Board of Pardons. The Lieutenant Governor sits, the Attorney General sits, Department of Corrections sits, a psychiatrist sits, and an advocate for the victim sits. Those are the 5 board members, and Josh Shapiro has now moved from having a seat as the Attorney General to being the governor, who is the ultimate person who decides whether somebody gets a pardon or not. So Governor Wolf has, in the past 8 years, granted thousands of pardons, and currently I think he has about 300 to 500 pardons that seem like they're ripe to be issued. So I don't know if they were delayed by the election cycle or exactly why, but I'm expecting hundreds of pardons to be issued before he leaves office. And don't forget, every pardon needs an expungement. We'll go into that more later. So Josh Shapiro will be governor, and the lieutenant governor is Austin Davis. So Austin Davis is new. He was the lieutenant governor running mate with Josh Shapiro, and he was elected. I don't know a lot about Mr. Davis. He will sit on the board as somebody who has not been previously on the board, and in fact, he will chair the board. So the Lieutenant Governor Davis will now be the chairman of the Board of Pardons. And I don't think that's a reason for concern either, because frankly, throughout the government, and certainly on the Board of Pardons, the dignitaries and the officials and the appointed people that we're talking about have the real power and the real duty to review these applications and give them all their attention. But the staff of the Board of Pardons are the ones who are researching them, vetting them, putting forward all of the documentation about the processes and procedures that lets the Board of Pardons move forward with what they're basically going to do is review them, have a vote to see if they get 2 out of 5 votes in order to go to a merit review, and then the merit review where the person is invited to do a presentation, and after that you need to get 3 out of the 5 votes. And if you get the 3 out of the 5 votes, then your pardon goes to the governor, and he's the final vote, and if he issues the pardon, then you need an expungement. Okay, so the former First Assistant Attorney General, Michelle Henry, since Josh Shapiro left the Attorney General's office to become governor, his first deputy assistant, Michelle Henry, is going to take the Attorney General's position on the Board of Pardons. So now we have Lieutenant Governor Davis, we have Acting Attorney General Michelle Henry filling those 2 seats. The other 3 seats will remain the same. I think the new board will start sitting in January. They're obviously going to have a backlog of cases to go through, which they will proceed to review in the first quarter, February, March of this year, as well as the second quarter. So that's another piece of the update.